Hey friends, I want to talk to you about adrenal fatigue. It's something that a lot of us go through and we still are trying to figure out how to support our body, getting energy, reducing stress, and moving on in our health. So adrenal fatigue is a condition where we can overwork and overstress, and our adrenals, the glands above our kidneys, produce less and less cortisol over time. And now that's due to the HPA axis. It's a hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis where our brain senses there's too much cortisol going on for too long. We can't be running from a tiger for 3 years. So it starts to down-regulate the hormones being released that talks to our kidneys, and we end up having a lower cortisol response. Typically in the morning when we wake up, we should be feeling energized, cortisol peaks, and it slowly goes down throughout the day. Now this is part of our natural circadian rhythm. When our circadian rhythms are being dysregulated, let's say by artificial light, by staying up too late watching something on your computer, blue light, by working at odd hours of the day, those are people who work nighttime shifts, it disrupts our normal circadian patterns that are supposed to follow the sunrise, midday, and fall. And so as we move forward in our lives, we have other stressors, our job, our work, our relationships, children, the economy, politics, and all that starts to get our brain continued on in the fight or flight mode. This doesn't help because when our brain senses danger, it wants to pump out more cortisol, more adrenal hormones in order to keep us alive for survival. And in the end, when we're not actually being attacked by a lion or a tiger, it starts to wear on our system. So adrenal fatigue is something very, very common in our Western culture. I've experienced this going through the medical school process, skipping meals, avoiding sleep, working late at night, and then feeling burnt out more and more the next day. So what can we do about it? Well, the first step I always like to pay attention to is my sleep. How can I improve my sleep so that when I go to bed at night, I feel tired, I can fall asleep easily, and then when I wake up with energy. A couple of things we have to remember. Timing your sleep the best we can with the sun going down, regulating the light that hits our eyes, especially blue light, artificial light, turning that all to darker, warmer red and orange hues. That'll help us. The second thing I like to do is avoid caffeine at least past midday, if not altogether. Kicking the habit of caffeine will help start to regulate our sleep-wake cycle better. It takes time, but it nourishes our body and allows more time for rest. It supports our sleep cycles and we get into a better, healthier sleep cycle or regimen. The fourth thing or third thing that I like to do is support my body with good nutrition. And on top of nutrition comes herbs and supplements. Nutrition-wise, reducing the amount of simple sugars and simple carbs, everyone needs to do it and we will feel better. If we start our day with good fats and good protein, even a little bit of fruit or honey, it's more sustainable than the bagel and cream cheese or oatmeal, which is some of the worst things you can do for supporting your adrenals and overall metabolic health. The other thing that I like to add in are gentle, nourishing, adrenal supporting herbs. There's many out there: ashwagandha, licorice root, rhodiola. I always really love the medicinal mushrooms, things like reishi and chaga. They've shown so much scientific evidence that supports our body from inflammation, from our immune system. So adding these things as a supplement, remember what I said, supplement, which means that it provides a benefit of health on a small percent to supplement your lifestyle. The goal is to get your lifestyle in place so that you don't need these things moving forward. So if you need more information, you want to reach out, feel free. Find my contact information below. I also have a free adrenal health check sheet you can follow up on and let me know how you do. Until next time, stay healthy.